Good afternoon. I'm Kavneet Sahni from Business Economics and I'm representing Team F. And I'll be carrying out introduction, overview, and the background part from our project. The rest will be carried out by the other team members Siddharth, Mirza, Philosona, and Oscar. The topic that we've chosen is taken from microeconomics, and the topic is the explosion of e-commerce. As the word itself suggests, that the buying and selling of goods online is considered as e-commerce. So there are factors that is just accelerating the growth of e-commerce nowadays, and one of them is internet accessibility. This is the main and the first reason people are adapting to e-commerce more and more. There are more reasons. Those are secure payment methods, preference for convenience. People are just more convenient in buying stuff online rather than going to the stores and buy them. And the main reason is COVID-19, which has shifted people's habits more to buying products online rather than the stores. CPG is consumer packaged goods. In this, we are going to talk about the time frame between 2020 to 2022, which has increased a lot of e-commerce growth. If we look at the slide one, we can see that non-alcoholic drinks have been chosen by people over 44%, means more and more people have switched to buying non-alcoholic drinks to online rather than going to the stores and purchasing them, which is followed by frozen foods, which just rose up by 28%, and the refrigerated fruits like yogurt and milk, which rose up by um, 27%. Now, if we look at the reason why all this happened, is because of the internet. Uh, as we can see from our research, back in 2000, there were only 413 million people that used internet, and which just rose by 3.4 billion in 2016, which is just a huge drastic change. So this change just made people to shop online more, and people didn't find it convenient to go to the stores and buy stuff, so they rather switched to e-commerce sale, which just gave it a huge rise to the e-commerce sales in these days. If we go to the next slide, in the background, we are going to cover about the demand of dairy products and the exciting opportunities the e-commerce brings to the dairy industry. The main reason we saw is COVID-19. By the research we have taken into the consideration, it states that by 2023 the e-commerce sale will skyrocket to $6.5 trillion. This surge reflects a significant change in the way we shop. So this basically, after pandemic, the people have changed their habits drastically, and it has reached to 6.5 trillion now. And now, if we talk about the global usage and online purchase, by January 2023, there was 5.16 billion internet user, which spent about 6 hours and 37 minutes over the internet, which in 2022 alone, 4.11 billion people purchased goods online rather than going to the places to buy the stuff. So basically, if we look at the consumer incredible ideas to purchase the stuff over internet, it was to 3.59 trillion, which was recorded for the year 2022. And the total spending was $873 per user. So this all over shows the substantial influence of e-commerce over the spending habits of the consumers. This all was my part, and I'm going to handle the presentation to the next member, that is Mirza. Thank you.
Hi everyone. I will be taking the presentation from my teammate Kavneet, and I will try to explain you how the retail e-commerce revenues has been changing from 2017 till 2023, and we'll see the projection too. So once you come here, you can see when at 2017 the revenue was 28.59 billion in US dollars. So slowly it has been keep increasing and increasing. When it comes to 2023, it was around 52.17, which is almost the double the value of what it was on 2017. So with this help of what we say with this help of chart, we can like assume when what we say when it comes to 2027, the value can become almost four times what it was in 2017. So in this span of 10 years, we can see the value has been increased four times, almost four times of the value it was in 2017. So it's a massive increase in it. And when you come to the food industry, when you come to the subcategory of e-commerce, which is food industry, it is increasing rapidly too. Like, let me show you. The food share in the e-commerce has, when you see it in 2017, it was 1.57, and when it comes to 2023, it has become 3%, which is almost the double of the value, almost double of the shares what it was in 2017. So with this help of what we say bars, we can like assume the shares keep on increasing, and it might reach 4.28% when it comes to 2025. And when it comes to the what we say the food orderings and all, like when you see the shares of the consumers who are purchasing food online, it is also increasing rapidly, but not that much, but it is what we say it is increasing. So when it comes to the, you see the yellow bars are the 2019 one, the gray one is for 2020, and the orange one is for 2021, and the blue one is for the 2022. So when you comes to the online order from a restaurant or its website, it was like okay, it was good in 2019, and in 2020 it came down because of the COVID and the lockdown, and then again it has increased rapidly. It is like more than 65%. Okay, and when it comes to the food deliveries like Skip the Dish, Uber Eats, and DoorDash, even it was a bit more in 2019, it came down in 2020 due to the lockdown, and it came up like it started increasing gradually. It's not like what we say, it's not a massive jump, but it is increasing. Okay, when it comes to the what we say the online groceries, like in pickup, what we say store pickup and all, like we have to book the groceries on the website, we don't have to wait in the line and all, we just have to go to the store, we have to show the amount that we have paid and the order, and we can directly pick the order. So even that thing has been increasing rapidly. So what I'm trying to say is each and everything is becoming e-commerce. Like each and everything is going online, and it is increasing rapidly. When it comes to the food and all, it is like increasing rapidly. So later on, I like one of my teammate, he will be explaining how it is going to work and how it is going to affect us.
Hello everyone, my name is Oscar Valencia and I'm going to present to you the following three figures. So figure number 4 is related to the average retail price for homogenized milk in Canada from 2020 to 2021. In the year 2020, we can see that the price in January was $5.83, and in December of the same year, finished in $5.84. Okay, so as we can see, the price in that year remained stable. However, if we compare with the next year, in this case, the 2021, the price in January started in $5.83, and finally in December of that year finished in $6 with 9 cents. So if we compare these both years, we can see that the price increased. Okay, this is the information that Statista provide. us. So in this case, the figure number 5 is related to the consumption of milk per capita in Canada from the year 2050 to 2022. So basically, in this figure, we can see that the consumption of milk per capita in the year 2015 was around an average of 70 liters per capita. And in the year 2022, we can see that the consumption of milk decreased to 58.2 liters per capita. Okay, so in this case, if we calculate the elasticity of demand, we can see that is inelastic. So what is this? Basically, it means that if the price change, the demand of the product will continue the same. Okay, so it won't affect this change on the price on the demand of this product. Now, moving to the next figure, which is the figure number 6, we're going to talk about the number of cattle on Canadian dairy farms from the year 2014 to the year 2023. This is important to mention that it's in million. So we can see that in the year 2014, the number of cattle in Canada was 1.9 millions. However, we can see that in the following 2 years, this number decreased to from 1,092,000 to 1.9. However, in the next year, which is the 2017, the number of cattle increased and remained stable in the following 2 years. However, since the year 2019, the number of cattle in Canada decreased dramatically until the year 2023, which is the number of cattle is 1,000,088. So what can we say about this situation? We can say that we have a possibility that in a projection on the future, we can have a kind of scarcity of cattle in Canada, which can affect on the price of that product. Okay, so that was all for my part, and thank you so much.
My name is Siddharth, and I will be covering some data sets in the project and explaining about the demand and supply relation in the dairy market. So let us have a look at the first data set, which is the farm cash receipts of dairy products in Canada from 2010 to 2022. As we can see, it increased from $5.5 billion to $8.23 billion in 2022, which is approximately 49.63% growth. And talking about the next bar graph, which is the data set of Saputo Inc., one of the most famous dairy product companies in Canada. Looking at the data for past 10 years from 2013 to 2023, we can see that there is a huge increase in the revenue from $7.3 billion to $17.84 billion over a period of 10 years. The reason behind the increase in demand of dairy products is because of the depleting butter supplies, and recently CDC, the Canadian Dairy Commission, has announced an increase in butter support price. The reserve decline is due to the change in consumer preferences towards more butter fat like whole milk, and it is expected to increase the production in 2023 due to the need to replenish these reserves. As we can see, the total revenue generated in the dairy industry over the period of 4 years from 2019 to 2022, the net income in 2022 is $21 million, which is approximately 3 times the revenue generated in 2021, which is evidently a huge increase. It shows how demand and supply in the dairy market are related to each other. The expected increase in production is driven by the need to replenish the depleting butter supplies. The increase in output is a reaction to shifting consumer preferences, which point to a greater demand for goods like whole milk with a higher butterfat content. Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you, Siddharth, for your information on Graph. My name is Philosona Tobias. I'm here to conclude the project. Firstly, I would like to talk about e commerce and consumer behavior with an example. Imagine you want to buy things like milk, cheese, and yogurt, and in the past, you would go to a physical store to buy them. But now, because of technology getting better and things being more convenient, many people are buying these dairy products online. This changes how people shop is a big deal and is changing how much dairy stuff people want to buy. Lots of people use the internet to shop, and the pandemic made this even more common. Instead of going to a store, they use their computer or phone to buy dairy products. This new way of shopping is affecting how much people want to buy these products. The people who make dairy products can take advantage of these changes. They can create products that people like, especially the ones that help them make their body stronger. Even though there's a problem with some dairy products going bad quickly, the dairy industry can still use these changes to their advantage. Then, adapting to challenges and trends by the dairy industry. Even though there's a problem with shipping things that can spoil like dairy products, the dairy industry can still do well. They just needs to figure out how to send these products safely to the customer. By using the internet and technology in smart ways, the dairy industry can keep growing and changing to give people what they want. So in simple words, because more people are buying dairy products online instead of going to the stores, the people who make these products can make them better and use technology to send them safely to the customers, which will help them grow and succeed in future. That's the end of our project. Thank you.